Rise and shine everyone, Dr. Allen here, and today we are going to show you how to put in a Sclera contact lens. These are not the scleral contact lenses, the large medical devices we use for people with certain eye conditions, but no, these are the cosmetic, large, colored contact lenses that you'll often see people wear for Halloween costumes, for theater, for TV shows and movies, cool things like that. But putting them in and taking them out can be pretty challenging. So in this video, we're gonna walk you through how to do that. Plus, we'll show some important safety tips so that you have the most success with your lenses. That's today's video. Smash that like button and let's take a look. Hey, what's up everyone? Dr. Allen here from the Dr. Eye Health Show, helping you learn all about the eyes, vision, and finding the best vision products. And if you're new here to the channel, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Now, again, today we're going to be breaking down how to put in Sclera contact lenses. These are often pretty popular around this time of year, around Halloween in October, for Halloween costumes, as well as people wearing them for haunted houses, if you dress up as cosplay, different things like that. They can look wicked awesome, and probably the most popular are the black Sclera contacts. These make your eyes kind of look like a demon from Supernatural or something like that. Sam and Dean, I love you guys. But again, to put them in and take them out, because they're so large, they can be pretty challenging. So I'm gonna break down some tips for you and walk you through the process. First of all, if you've never worn contacts before, this is not the best place to learn how to wear contacts in the first place. I think it is best to have a full fitting course with your local eye care professional. That way you have somebody who can walk you through and troubleshoot any issues you may be having. And if you happen to poke your eye or scratch your eye, you'll be there with a professional who can help you out. Step number one for putting Sclera contact lenses in, as with all contact lenses, make sure you wash your hands properly. You don't want to be putting dirty fingers into your eyes and risk getting an infection. It is also best to dry your hands with a lint-free cloth. That way you don't get any pieces of lint onto the contact lenses. Step number two is to inspect your contact lens. Make sure that it is not expired. Make sure that there's no chips or damages to the lens, that it hasn't dried out, because yeah, you don't want to be putting a damaged or expired lens into your eye. These are your eyes. Step number three is to rinse off your Sclera contact lens with some form of a multi-purpose disinfectant soft contact lens solution. I recommend doing this just so that you can rinse off any sort of debris, make sure it's perfectly clean. This type of solution will make it a little bit more comfortable, and even if they're straight, brand new contact lenses straight out of the vial, that saline buffer solution that comes in there typically is not the exact salt content as your tears, so just rinsing it all off, getting a new fresh coat of solution on there, typically, just in my experience, makes them more comfortable. Now, before we put them in, just a pro tip that'll make it a lot easier is to have some form of a handheld mirror nearby, because then you'll be able to look straight down into the mirror. You can let gravity hold the contact lens onto your fingers rather than trying to somehow hold onto it and put them in sitting upright. That just makes it way too difficult. So instead, grab a handheld mirror of some kind. I'm going to be using this cool, creepy thing just because 'tis the season. Now hold the contact lens with your fingers, either with 2 fingers or using a little tripod stand with 3 fingers. You're going to first stare at the contact lens, then stare down toward your body. And you're going to be using your non-dominant hand to lift your upper eyelid, and then you're going to tuck the large Sclera contact lens under that top eyelid. Then you're going to pause and then look upward. Then using your non-dominant hand, switch to the lower eyelid, pull that down, and then push the remaining of the contact lens onto the eye. All right, now after you're done wearing them and looking all cool and fancy, now we have to take them out. So this is how to take out Sclera contacts, and this is honestly one of the most, probably more important than learning how to put them in, because if you have a problem with them, they're painful, your eyes are feeling red, irritated, anything at all, you gotta take them out. So this is how you do it. First, again, make sure you wash your hands completely and properly, but I can't really stress keeping your fingers as dry as possible. That is really important for removing all contact lenses. The drier your fingers are, the easier it is to grip the contact and get it out of the eye. Otherwise, you just make your fingers into a little kissing shape like this. If you haven't seen my other video tutorial on how to just remove regular contact lenses, you can reference that video as well for how to remove these ones. But because they're a little bit bigger, you do have to have a little bit more of a grip on them just to fully get them out. So I do recommend just grabbing your upper eyelid, your lower eyelid, and then using your little pinchers, look up slightly and grab and pull. And there you go. And we're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. I'm gonna grab the upper eyelid, then the lower eyelid with my middle finger, using both the kissing motion, and up, and off it comes. Look at that. Now, if you don't remove them on your first try, that's okay. Just take a brief breath, don't panic, dry your fingers off again, and try again. If you do struggle to get them out and you just can't seem to get them out no matter what, make sure to call your local eye care professional and get over to their clinic so that they can help you remove them. Okay, now that we've removed the sclera contacts, now we need to go over how to store them properly and take care of them because we don't want them to shrivel up and become just nasty, hard, shriveled pieces of plastic. But before we go over that, I do want to mention some important safety tips so that you have the most success with these type of lenses. The first and biggest tip is to be responsible and understand the risk you take when wearing contact lenses, especially these type of contacts. The newest contact lenses to the market have been engineered for decades, trying to make them safe and comfortable for your eyes. However, these contact lenses, sclera contact lenses, and most colored contacts on the market are made of really old material from like the 1960s and 70s, and they don't have very good oxygen transmissibility to the surface of the eye. That increases your risk of getting things like corneal ulcers, edema, or swelling. This can lead to infection and eventually lead to scarring and permanent vision loss to the eye. For this reason, tip number 2 is to consult with your local eye doctor before getting these type of lenses. Ask your doctor if they can prescribe them for you, if they can order them for you, and to give you any specialized tips about you and your eye health, including how long they recommend you even wear these type of lenses. Again, because they reduce the amount of oxygen getting to the surface of your eye, it's usually not recommended to wear them very long. I personally, if I wear these lenses to like a costume party or something like that, I usually only wear them for maybe 2 to 3 hours at very most, usually enough to show up to the party, take a few cool photos with people, and then I bring my contact lens case so that I can remove them and go back to my normal contacts, which are the newer lenses, which are much healthier for the eye. And my last tip is, under all circumstances, do not sleep in these lenses, and if you ever have pain, redness, change in your vision, take them out immediately and then give your eye doctor a call. Again, you only got 2 eyes, please take care of them. Okay, now that we've gotten that important safety message out of the way, let's go over just a few tips on how to properly store these lenses so that, again, they don't dry out and just become nasty. The first thing you probably notice is that these sclera lenses don't really fit well into a normal contact lens case. You can kind of force them in there, but they bunch up and it's hard to put the top on. So I personally just don't like to use that at all. I like to use the vial that it originally came in. I empty out the vial, I clean it out with multi-purpose solution, I put the lens in, and then fill the vial back up with multi-purpose solution. Now, you may notice that with these type of lenses, they usually have an expiration date of around 1 year. Yeah, that's 1 year, but remember that these lenses were designed back in the 60s and 70s, and probably that should be updated. I honestly only use them for about a few weeks at a time, especially if I'm going to a convention doing a cosplay thing, or it's around Halloween and I'm going to multiple parties and I'm wearing them for a specific costume or something like that. After that like 2-3 week span of using them once a week or something like that, they end up getting tossed out. I will not use them the next year. I'll end up buying new ones. Even though, again, they are, 12 months for these contact lenses before they expire, they're gonna sit in that solution, and if you forget about it, the solution's gonna dry out, the lenses are gonna dry out. It's best just to plan to buy new ones every year. If for some reason you do forget about them and they dry out, I do not recommend that you try to re-wet them with solution. It really doesn't work. It's best to, again, just don't even bother trying, just buy new ones. Hey, I hope you found this video helpful and entertaining. If you enjoyed the video, definitely smash that like button and leave a comment below of which one of these contact lenses were your favorite. Have you had any of these contact lenses yourself? Have you had any success with them, or maybe bad experiences with them? I'd love to hear about it. Anyways, if you haven't seen my other videos on colored contact lenses, if you want to check those out, you can click or tap the screen up over here to the side, or if you'd like to see another cool video from Dr. Eye Health, click or tap the screen down over here. Again, thanks for watching. Dr. Allen here from the Dr. Eye Health Show. Keep an eye on it, and we'll talk to you soon.